The cabaret is
You look
shitty.
great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Girl, the moans,
like-
the moans.
Macarena with Niru
It
here,
was
none of
great.
us can look bad. Niru is
I
here to
hate
make
watching
us
my old
laugh.
I mean,
seasons.
look at me. I literally woke up like an hour ago. So it's like
Really, it's early there, right? Where are you guys?
Mama, it's not early when
3
Niru
p.m.
is.
It's 3 p.m.
And you just woke up? You crazy lazy
I went to
bitch.
sleep at like 7 a.m. So it's
Girl,
like,
sometimes I watch your content and I'm like, she's fully on her bed at 5 a.m. and she was eating Cheetos and now she's making a video. Like
That's
100%, that's the vibe. Like, your
Okay,
time,
Niru-
your sleeping schedule sounds
Niru,
insane.
Let's start the show. Let's do your
Okay, let's do that.
roundup.
okay. Welcome back to press conference. Hi,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
I'm Niru Bombay.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Oh, wow, Macarena, we haven't introduced you yet.
Oh shit! Okay, start over because my boyfriend was making noises.
Okay.
Just-
Welcome back to press conference. Hi, how are you, Bombay?
I'm good. It's good to be back. Thank you for having me. Happy Pride, everybody, to all our listeners and Amanda. But no pride for Niru. I just want to say that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you like LGB without the T? Is that what you are?
Oh, I'm LGBT2 plus QIA. I just hate you specifically. There's no N in LGBT. There's no N
That's
for Niru.
true. That is
Yeah.
true. You know what? I support that. But today we have an incredible guest from season 1 of Drag Race España and season 3 of Drag Race España. We have the incredible the Macarena. Hi.
Hi. The official pronunciation is the Macarena, which is not good
The.
English, but it's not good drag either.
Oh.
So.
The Macarena.
Yeah, it's
The
because in
Macarena.
Spanish, "the" sounds like "say." So when you say "the Macarena," it's Macarena because it's like "say
Oh.
Macarena."
Ah.
It's very
Learn-
stupid.
learn
Happy
something
Pride,
new every
Macarena.
day.
How was your
Happy
Pride?
Pride!
your
Oh my
Pride been
god,
so
I'm so
far?
happy this
Thank
year.
you.
I'm here in Madrid and I'm having my best time this Pride. I'm just living with it. I'm just
Love that.
enjoying myself.
Nice.
That's my cat.
I I love that. Also, because you said you just came from a Mexican all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh yes, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went out with friends. We didn't have the money to do it, but we were like, you know what? We're gonna enjoy ourselves today, and it was so fucking good. I love Mexican
I love
food.
that.
I
It's
love food.
Yeah. Speaking of food, are you enjoying ginger in this season of All Stars 10?
I mean, I'm enjoying Ginger. Jean doesn't seem to be enjoying food much lately.
Yeah, she said I'm not eating
have you
anymore.
seen her?
She is.
Yeah.
She's not a glamour.
No, but I
girl.
love Ginger. I got myself in trouble because I love Ginger so much. But let me tell you something, because this ended up like on gossip profiles on Instagram, and this never happened to me before. I was just bored. I haven't even watched the episode. I was just like, let me come here for my cis Ginger who doesn't even follow me or know that I exist, and let me just go all in and see what happens. And I was
Yeah,
having so
you-
much fun.
You told Eureka to go take a shower.
Girl, you know what?
Oh my god.
You know what? I was inspired.
And she should have.
I think I was inspired because I follow Mistress and I hate her, and I love what she does. And I was like, this is so chaotic. This is kind of fun. I want to kind of do it. But then I was like, I feel bad. I'm not a full sociopath like her. I cannot do it.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, when it's right, it's right. I'm not. I thought.
I mean,
thought
I
you
don't
tracked
think it
back
was
so
right.
well.
Right. I think I came for her. She doesn't even know who I am, and I was like, "Go take a shower." What do I know? But it was fierce to be fair.
but she was also kind of like nasty. Like, why are you tagging Ginger?
Yeah.
And
I mean, what really fucked with me, it's like I know Eureka's story because I follow the queens, and Eureka is from a season when I was like intensely watching all the time. So
Yeah.
I know her. I know her story. I know she's had like drug use and so many like different things like mentally. When that happens to you and when you become vocal about something, it's like, girl, don't do it yourself.
Like, put the phone away. Put
Probably
it
it
down.
wasn't like a tweet when the crazy fans tell us to kill ourselves. It was not that. It was
Yeah.
she was having a moment like a little kai moment, like she was laughing about it, but it's like, I don't know. It didn't sit right with me.
Macarena, are you enjoying the season of All Stars?
I am loving this season of All
Good.
Stars. I'm gonna be completely honest with you too. I
Mm.
wasn't watching. Because ever since I was in Drag Race, I haven't watched much because my experience
Yeah.
for many personal reasons wasn't very good. And because I was gonna do this with you guys and I didn't want to be an asshole and not watch, I was like, okay, let me watch the whole thing. Let's see how we
Mm-hmm.
feel. And I'm loving
Mm-hmm.
it for
Good.
many, many reasons. One of the reasons that I really engaged is because at the very beginning, from the very beginning, Irene the alien was eating,
Right.
devouring the competition. And for a first out,
Out.
like
Yeah.
myself, that's hope, girl.
Yeah.
Like she went
That's
there, she killed it. Like she's killing it. They let her kill it.
like there's so
I'm
much
like,
potential in every single performer who
so
comes
much
on Drag
potential.
Race.
And the first bracket, I think, was incredible. My favorite was the second bracket because it was so messy. That's the thing. I have like this love-hate relationship with the figure
Mistress.
of Mistress, because on one side I'm like,
Uh-huh.
fucking cunt, you're the worst person ever, but on the other side it's like it's fucking entertaining.
It's good TV.
It really, really is. And then the third bracket, I think it's receiving so much hate, but I think are elements of it that made it a very enjoyable experience. And we can elaborate on that later if you guys want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been very impressive. The casting choices, having Cynthia, having Phoenix, who was a pleasure to watch
Mm,
after so many years. She's such a drag queen in her
yes.
aesthetic and everything she does, kind of like Chanel from season
Yeah.
one. So yeah, I love it. I love it, and I feel like Rue and Michelle and the team in general are kind of having fun. When they are not having fun and they're just working, you can kind of tell. That's when the seasons have like less soul, and Rue has
Yeah.
like a lesser connection with the queens. And in this one, you can tell they're having fun. Like when they did Star Booty, the rebooty, that was hilarious. Do you
Diva, read
know
the.
how I'm triggered as fuck? I'm going around in Madrid, watching the posters for the parties.
Right?
Everything is AI, and you guys probably don't know, but I'm also a graphic designer. Like this is
Oh.
like my day job.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm an illustrator. I went for school for that. I've always
Oh,
been
I
kind of
love
like
that.
the doodly girl,
Yes.
and to me, it's like a thing of like we need to work. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
And AI
happening?
isn't
Like,
even good. Like it's not. It's just not good in
and even
general.
the
It's not.
models, I saw this picture for a party, and I think it was called Fuego or something, and the models were the same model twice, and it was like, just take a poor porn actor and pay for his image, for God's sake.
Or just
They need
stand in
to-
front of a camera, do it yourself, shoot yourself.
Oh god, just
Anyway.
frustrating. Anyway,
Anyway, back
let's
to
move
Drag
on.
Race. Back to
It's
Drag.
awful.
See
And
what's.
I hate it when the queens do like photo shoots and then they put an AI background. It's like
Yeah.
you went through the troubles of doing a whole photo shoot. Now why are you putting a fucking AI background? Like nobody
And like,
wants. It's bad. I hate
Anyway.
and like we get it. Like a lot of us, we do like green screen photo shoots, and
Yeah.
then you do the background. Just pay someone to do like a fucking nice job. Like Ugateo has some of the best like photo collages out there, and they are by artists who do that. Like, don't do that on AI, because it's gonna look. You think it's gonna look good, but in reality, it's just tacky,
See,
Mm-hmm.
I
and
agree.
everybody knows it, except for
Yeah.
maybe your mom.
Neil, what's next on our list today?
Okay, so we're gonna start with the episode. Oh, 1 second.
Yes, we shall.
This is the wrong one. My bad. Sorry, I
We're
added the wrong one. My bad. So we begin this episode by distribution of the MVQ points. We find out that almost everybody gave their points to Cuckoo. And
Mhm.
Alyssa specifically gave her point to Cuckoo, which Daya was not happy about. What do you think? Because do you think that Alyssa told Daya that
I
she
think
was going to give the point to her?
Daya heard what she needed to hear in order to feel in peace with herself. But I don't think that matched reality.
No. Yeah.
Exactly.
I also think that after the last episode, when the points were tallied, Daya came into this bracket thinking she was going to make it to the semis. And suddenly it's like, oh, maybe I won't make it to the semis. And now she's like, oh, what do I have to do to make sure the producers or whatever love me? And she's like, okay, I have Alyssa. Alyssa said she would. She's not. She didn't do
Exactly.
it.
She was like,
And now I can use this all episode to build it into like, a storyline.
I think it's
And she
important
did.
to understand that the Drag Race experience, when you are a contestant, it's all about desperation. So when you
Yeah.
are in the bottom and you're losing, you're desperate to not go home. But
Yeah.
when you're in the top, I assume you're desperate to stay in the top. I wouldn't know. And I think it's really that situation when she's like, okay, I'm here, but I could be here, and I'm gonna like burn everything I can to stay here. But what I think she shouldn't have done once Alyssa chose her points was getting personal, because it's like, you might
Yeah.
think that that's what's going to happen, but it doesn't have to be.
And
And
she
she's
kept calling Alyssa a liar, which I think is, I don't think that's what Alyssa, I don't think Alyssa lied. Alyssa said she's going to give it to someone who's consistent. And in Alyssa's mind, the
also,
person who was
how do you think she's gonna give it to you when everyone is giving her points to Cynthia? I don't know what everyone's
Yeah.
calling her, cuckoo now, because I think it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Like, to cuckoo, and like, she's her friend, and she's
Yeah.
from the same country. Like,
I
what do you expect from life? Let's be real.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Go on,
really
you. Sorry.
It
no, it
was
was just
very
kind
out
of
of pocket, but I understand it because she's filming. She's very in her feelings. She's got a couple of Red Bulls in her body. She's had like a full night to think about it, and she's just like, this fucking bitch. I get
Yeah.
it, but
Like
it was
she
also a
had
bit.
all night to like think about it and calm down, and she came back the next day with the same energy.
Sometimes you don't calm down, girl. Sometimes you get
Yeah.
worse because then you think about it like a washing machine. It's like going around the thoughts, and you're getting more and more mad. And when you see the person, you're like,
Fuck you.
it happens to me endless.
if you were like if you were there, right, and nobody was giving you the point, everybody gave it to Cuckoo. Do you think you would react the same way, or would you just be like, fine?
No, read the room.
I
Yeah.
would like to think that externally I will react like Acid Betty. Internally, I would react like Daya.
Also, I think Daya, like, you have to resort to those kind of mind games when you're really scared that you're not going to win the points.
Yeah, that's like the
Mm.
worst part for me when I'm in
Like,
driving.
can you not just
Yeah.
be better at drag and get those points? Like, she wasn't in this child. She didn't know that at that point.
But I
Fair.
think
Yeah.
they are very honest about that experience on the show. Like, they know when they're not doing well, they depend on games and trickery to do it.
Yeah.
And I think it's honest. Like, it's part of the game. If they put the those tools in front of you, you have to use them. But I feel like also, if you get there just by getting points like Mistress did on the second bracket, it's also gonna influence the decision whether you can or cannot win, because it's not gonna have as much merit as someone who Bebe ruido porfa. It's not gonna have as much merit as if you win many challenges and get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
So in
Drag
the,
Race is
in
still
the end of
a.
the day, they're kind of fooling themselves when maybe Cuckoo's situation is different because her mates took her there, and I think that's has a lot of more merit than just.
It's the opposite of bracket two. When bracket two, they were feisty and they were playing mind games to pull each other down. In this one,
Yeah,
they're playing mind games to
I
put
think
someone out there, like
I was
someone up.
thinking. I was thinking yesterday, Tina Burner would have been so much happier on bracket 3.
It's fine. But yeah, I also did not. I love Daya Betty, but I didn't like how she said, "I've heard worse from a lot better." I
She
just
said
thought
it
that was so
twice.
personal.
And she said it twice. Like, she said it in her
Yeah,
head, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds so good. It's so cunt."
Yeah, like get
I
out.
was like, just too personal so quickly. So it was kind of
Yeah, very emo of her. Very, very goth, Regina George.
Mm.
No, no mind games,
now.
mama. Also, Alyssa Hunter is like a Latina queen from Puerto Rico, probably. Probably from the pageant scene somehow. She's not gonna fall for your bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. I like that she stood her ground, Alyssa. Like,
Yes.
it was really great to see.
Also, I'm gonna say this because I'm a Spanish speaker. It was so fun to me to watch Cynthia talking to someone whose English was worse than them. That to me was like, I never thought this would be possible in a million
But here
years,
we
and it
are.
happened. She was talking to Cynthia, to Alyssa, and I was like, this is like Shakespeare. Where's Cuckoo?
Now we move on to the challenge. The challenge was called the Bachelor,
I
and
think
in this challenge, which is something that they did in season 3 of All Stars, where they parodied The Bachelor, but they did it as dogs. And I would name each character like what kind of character they played, but I don't remember and I don't care. So we're just
I remember
gonna...
Ginger was a Saint Bernard. I don't remember
She
why.
was a
But she
Saint
was.
Oh yeah,
Bernard who
that's
was
true.
recovering addict or a retired
Yeah.
service
That's
dog.
a joke because Saint Bernards have like wine on them,
Yeah,
right?
no, they have brandy. They have like brandy,
Brandy,
because
yes,
when you're
yes,
in the Alps and they find someone stranded, the brandy can warm you up if you drink it.
yes, yes.
I
Oh,
think, yeah, that's
You didn't know that? Gen
in
Z
Nepal.
doesn't
We
know
don't have Saint
anything about
Bernards in Nepal,
we
anything.
don't.
Macarena.
And isn't Saint Bernard like Scooby Doo?
No, that's a Great
No, Saint
Dane.
Bernards are
Great
like
Dane. Okay, never
hairy,
mind, never mind.
hairy,
I said that
Beethoven.
and
snowy
I...
dogs, like big, hairy, snowy dogs.
Yeah,
On the bus?
Wait, Saint
I
Bernard
think
is Cujo.
What?
no.
No?
Cujo's not a Saint Bernard. No, no, no.
No,
Okay,
no,
then
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
I
girl.
think
You're
this entire
lying.
challenge, like some producer has a kink, like a
Yeah.
pup play kink, and
Do
he's
you
like, I
think
want to
there's
see all.
furries on Drag Race?
Oh, mama, mama,
I
there are
mean,
furries
that was a
everywhere.
stupid question, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I feel like this
It's
whole
like saying,
challenge
is
was
there?
this one produce. Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, continue, continue.
Oh, I think this whole challenge was that one producer's idea just to like get their kink fulfilled.
They
'Cause
just
it,
wanted
they,
the guy, like the cute guy. They just want him dressed as a dog, and they didn't know how to do it.
and then they're like, "Oh, can you put your arms up? Can you show us your pits? Can you eat the bone?" And like,
Can you
RuPaul
poop
is
here as
gooning.
joke?
Mama, she's gooning.
Can you
She's like,
peep? Can you poop on this Tupperware and I take it home? So
yeah.
go. Yeah.
So okay, so the Bachelor was
The
Zane
Bachelor, yeah.
Phillips. I don't know who that is, so we're gonna move on. So we're gonna go with each one and just say if we like them or not in this challenge, and if
Sure.
anything stood out to you.
Mhm.
We're gonna
Yeah.
start with Macarena, and then we're gonna go down.
I
Acid
didn't like
Betty,
Macarena on this challenge. I didn't
I
like her.
hated
Oh,
Macarena too. I think Macarena
I
was the
didn't
worst.
like her on this challenge. She did
They should bring her
very
back
badly.
next episode
You
just to
can
send her
paste
home
that
again.
on any of my challenges and it works.
Macarena, I love you. We
I
need
love
more
myself
of you
too,
on this.
girl. I
Yeah.
didn't love myself on these challenges. Okay, let's go.
Wait, we're gonna start with Acid Betty. Macarena,
Okay.
what did you think? Did anything stand out? Did you
I
like her?
think she lost herself in the way that that character was a very like realized character. I think she did well when it comes to acting. I didn't find her as funny. Like maybe the jokes weren't there as much for me, but I think the character and the characterization and everything she did was well done. I just think there were more like funnier people in the challenge. But I didn't hate her. I didn't hate anyone. I think they all did well. Well, I didn't like Alyssa.
Acid, as soon as she stepped out, she reminded me of Louisiana Purchase from Dragula.
Oh
You know?
yes,
The
yes,
hair
yes.
and the all of that. Like she just reminded me, like, oh my god, that's such a Louisiana look.
Yeah.
I agree. I think with Macarena, Acid had the character 100% there, but she wasn't coming up with jokes on the spot. She wasn't reacting.
Yes,
to
it was
what
that. It was
the-
like you could see the work was there. That's why I don't think she deserves a bottom at all.
yeah,
But
no.
it wasn't funny. It wasn't giving me like improv energy.
Yeah. And also like with any improv challenge, like it's really hard to do an improv challenge where your partner is kind of like Zane Phillips or like
Who was your
you know
partner again? Sorry.
like the
That's
guy.
true.
Oh, the guy. I think he was funny. I think he
Really?
delivered. I think
I
maybe
thought he
he
gave nothing. He reminded me of Brooklyn Heights during Snatch
I was-
Games. Like not giving anything
Oh.
to the contestants, not really like bouncing back
yeah,
and
because
forth.
the contestants were giving him something and he was just like, yeah. Like okay,
Yeah.
but-
Okay, now I see what you guys are saying. Maybe he needed a little help.
yeah. So they should like this would have been such a good challenge if they actually got a comedian to do this and not just some hot guy
agree.
with muscles.
Yeah,
Like
but
watching
wasn't
Beamster.
he fun to watch? He was hot. And I usually don't like let myself go because of pretty guys, but I'm very hormonal.
But here we are.
He was beautiful.
Also, we saw your boyfriend. He was pretty.
He
Yeah.
was very pretty, right? He's very
He was
handsome.
very
So yeah, I kind of don't care because he was hot as fuck.
pretty.
And I just got my hormones dose up, so
Yeah.
Okay,
Neil, what
yeah.
did you think about Acid?
I liked the one thing that she did, like when my master tells me to sit, when my
Yeah.
master
Yeah, that
tells
was
me
good.
to eat. I thought that was funny. So every time she did that, I laughed. But
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think there was any like direction that her character went.
here's the thing. I
and-
didn't even remember that her character was supposed to be like a dominatrix. Like it didn't register with me and so
Yeah.
as much to remember it. I remember the other characters, but I don't remember hers.
Yeah, I agree. And also when because our other partner was Cynthia, and she kind of was like the loud, and I thought Cynthia was kind of funny, so
Oh
it
yeah.
kind of didn't. I don't think the match.
I
I don't
mean,
think it
Cynthia is
matched.
funny in general. Like going to her funeral, I bet it's going to be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
she's just fun, you know. She's got that energy.
yeah. So now we move on to what's her Denali as this emotional support dog. What do you think, Macarena?
Denali is one of these queens that I didn't know prior to this. More just I just watched her thingies, like her social media, but I didn't know her on the show. So my idea of her was like very wrong. I have to say,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't know she was just as fun. I didn't know she was
Mm.
as nice and kind. I had a totally. I'm not saying this because I sent her like a weird, not a weird message, just because of the tweet thing of the other time of the other day. That's different. But yeah, she surprised me. The accent was so on point, and the character was so fun. It was like the Beauty and the Tramp. It was like the
Yeah.
Beauty,
Yeah,
but like lesbian-y
yeah,
and
Yeah.
sillier.
I think she like to play a shy person in an improv challenge is so
Yeah.
hard. Like she got dealt like such a hard character to do, to be like the service animal who's also in need of like, or emotional support animal dog that also needs emotional support. Like there's so like it's really hard to make that funny. So I'll give
And
her
also,
that.
they introduced the theme of them kind of wanting to be on a threesome, but they didn't end the skit with them on the floor kissing. That's major points because that
Yeah.
always happens and it's always
It's
cringy because it's
funny.
like you
It's
didn't know how to end the situation, you're
so
just on the
let's just
floor.
make out. Yeah.
And they
yeah,
didn't do that, and I think that was smart because when they started with the threesome thingy, I was like, oh, are they gonna end up on the floor kissing? And they didn't.
Mm, yeah. I thought I also felt Delaney was a little reserved in this challenge. I felt like she was just like a little holding
yeah.
herself back, but yeah.
She emotional support animal. I think what they wanted her to do was probably someone that is like secure and takes care of, like, like, oh, come, I will comfort you, like that type. But I think she went the other direction where she just played shy, and
Yeah.
I
Maybe it
I
was a
I didn't like this.
Like
I
if
really didn't.
and this may be a horrible take, this may be a bad idea, but if I was given emotional support animal, I'm like, I'll support you with my big bone.
Yeah,
Or like, I'll
exactly.
support you. Here, drink my milk, whatever. Like
Yeah,
just be silly, be stupid. Instead of
what you guys are saying is valid, but I also think her character works. It worked because she had the who's the other? Oh, Bosco. She had Bosco, right?
Daya.
Oh no, it was
yeah,
the
she was
poodle
Daya.
with
was Daya.
Daya. Yeah,
Yeah,
Daya
yeah.
was the
No,
big
this
Daya.
still
poodle.
happens. This still happens to me, and I've been watching drag and doing drag and watching Drag Race for years, and I still confuse queens. Anyway, she had Daya, and I think Daya, with her Daya's character, with her character, worked well.
Mm,
Maybe I don't know.
Ah,
You
okay.
know,
yeah.
because they had very different energies. Maybe Denali by herself would have been not good. You know, because the energy wasn't very
Yeah.
out there.
Mm.
I love that you found it funny. That's because I didn't.
I found
Girl,
myself looking away because I'm like, oh my god, I could feel nervous for Denali while watching this. I was like, oh my
maybe
god.
it's because I haven't watched Drag Race in so long that I have thirst, but I found it
Yeah,
funny.
maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what
Now,
it is. It's just
um,
I have nothing to compare it to anymore.
now we move on to Ginger Minj as the Saint Bernard. What do we think?
Uh-huh.
What do you think, Macarena?
I liked it.
Oh,
I
go ahead. Sorry.
expected more because I always expect more of her.
Yeah,
I kind of expected more. She could have gotten bigger. I totally see what she did and I respect it because it wasn't a bad job, but maybe it could have been better. Maybe it wasn't her best day. I don't know. I'm no one to judge. I'm just here talking shit about drag queens, but yeah, I was expecting more, but this is the thing when you have a queen who's known for theater, who's known for this kind of things. Maybe if I don't know, if Alyssa Hunter would have done what Ginger did, I would have been like, oh, this was crazy, groundbreaking, incredible. But because it was Ginger, I was like, it could have been more. But I think you guys are
Mm.
right about what you said about the cute guy. He wasn't literally giving them bones,
Hmm.
so they couldn't take, so they couldn't do more. So maybe Ginger was a bit. behind because of that. I don't know, but I think she could have done more and better.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say Ginger had different kinds of humor. Like she had prop comedy, like she was, putting her drinking her thing, dipping it, doing stuff with the meatballs and the drinks. And she was also the only one who kind of like kept going back to, like, he would say something or another queen would say something and Ginger would
Yeah.
have her take on it, which is really smart, and her brain works like that. I think overall we've seen her do funnier stuff, but I mean overall amongst these six queens, I think she clearly won this challenge. Like
I
there was
mean,
no
I mean, this would have been the best challenge to give her a win, and they couldn't.
Yeah, like fully deserved,
But it wasn't possible. Like they couldn't do it anymore. There would have
Right, you
been
can't rig
riots.
it.
No, there would have been riots in the street. People would be dying.
Niru, what do you
Yeah.
think?
I thought it was funny too. I think that Ginger, and I know like you kind of have to do what you do best, but she always does the same, like, look, I'm a sexual old lady. Like she did this with Phyllis
Yes.
Diller. She's always does the same like old lady. And I'm like, okay, girl, we get it, you old. But like you don't have to act like an old lady every fucking time. If she had played this as like more, I don't know, like something different, I would have gagged even more. But I thought she was funny.
I see what you're saying 100%. She would have, I think with the whole drinking thing, she could have created, I don't know, think of a Melissa McCarthy kind of crazy dog.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
different. That would have been sexy, crazy lady. That would have just been
Yeah.
chaotic and crazy because that's what Melissa McCarthy does. And that would have been fun and different. You're
But
right.
she always does the same, like, I can't keep my legs closed. I am old. I have osteoporosis. And it's like, okay, God, like we get it. We get it. It's
I mean,
always,
but you also have to think how many years have Ginger been doing this? When
That's
you
true.
are when you have such a long and prolific career, obviously you end up having like your crutches and the things you do best.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
but
it's,
also
maybe
like
it's
she's
easier for the newer queens to try to learn new things just because they're younger, and that's just a fact. Like
Mhm.
brains get older and
but
bad at
she's the
learning.
one she's the one on Drag Race for the 4th time though. So it's like also on TV, you kind of have to do something different because
I was shook when she was like, "Oh, I still don't know how to sew," and I was like,
yeah, like stuff like that. It's like,
"Girl,
girl,
you've been here
the show 4 times.
17 million times.
Yeah.
Just by
It's
the 3 times you've already done a sewing challenge, you must have learned something."
Also, it's not that hard to sew one bodysuit.
Exactly. I mean, I can't speak, but still, like, it's just like comedy. Like, I get it. I thought she was still the strongest here, but I would like to see Ginger try something because I know Snatch Game is next week. She's probably gonna do some other old lady. Like, it's gonna be someone. It's gonna be another
What
old
if she
lady.
does?
and
What if
it's-
she all of a sudden she does Honey Boo Boo Chow or something?
Yeah, but,
She'll
oh
do
my
Honey
God.
Boo Boo all
It's
grown
even that
up
she
as
would
an old
play-
lady.
Yeah, she would probably be like Honey Boo Boo in 60 years, and it's like,
Yeah,
girl,
still.
I
Imagine
can't.
if she did an old lady as a baby.
Oh
Like,
my god.
I'm gonna do Judy Garland at 5-year-old and just fuck everything.
But yeah, it's probably gonna be something like that. Now we have
Yeah.
Daya Betty. What do we think?
I thought she was Bosco, so I don't know what to say anymore. No, she was good. She was very good. Daya Betty is another of the queens that I just knew from pictures and from the papers and the magazines at the time. And she surprised me. She's fucking good. She's
Like,
a drag queen. Like, 100%.
I don't know what-
She did well.
I don't know what character Daya Betty played. She was just Daya Betty as a dog.
She was kind of like a kind of slutty dog, right? She was like the cabaret
like
dog to me.
Yeah.
I just got Daya Betty as a dog. This felt very, to me.
What I think I remember, is that her and Denali kind of. I know you think it's funny that I thought it was funny, but I think they did good with what they had. Like I remember a lot of situations and different like innuendos and things. It's like it sounds enough to what they had to work with.
Yeah.
Poor man. We're just here like roasting that poor man that we don't know the name of.
Yeah, but like we were roasting him for good reason. I don't. Yeah.
No. He was blonde and cute, and that's about it. And I want to know if he has an OnlyFans or something.
He probably doesn't.
Probably does.
No, he's an actor, right? Like a serious actor.
Yeah. He was in like a sitcom called Mid-Century Modern, if I remember correctly. I only watched
There's
the
so
first
many
episode.
What did
shows.
you think?
There's so many different shows now that nobody knows
Yeah.
what everyone else is watching. Like, there's no Lost anymore. We all have our little
Our own
thingies.
bubbles.
I'm on the Severance community. I'm one of those girls.
Yeah. Oh my
I love
God,
Severance.
Severance
Severance is so good.
Queen.
Severance is incredible.
It's so good.
Neil, what did you think about Daya?
I love Daya. I did not like her in this challenge. I think it's part of the reason is the setup, like her paired with Scarlett and what's her name, Denali and Zane Phillips was just probably the reason why she couldn't. Because she's funny. I feel like she was funny in her original season 14, even though Snatch Game she failed. But like overall, I thought Daya was like always funny, not haha funny, but like funny enough.
Right.
So I think
It's a fun person.
yeah, and I think she kind of got paired with two, specifically like Zane Phillips, like she just was not giving anything. So
you know his name.
Yeah.
Zane Phillips. So so it just I think failed in that regard. So I don't think it was strong enough for me. But I love Daya though, and she looked really good in this outfit. Kind of like
Oh yeah, she looked hot. Maybe that's why I thought she was Bosco.
Now moving on to everybody's favorite improver,
Improv
Alyssa
queen,
Hunter.
expert, the Amy Poehler of drag.
The trade. What do we think?
She did girl. She tanked.
Yeah,
She was tank pussy. It was bad. It was bad.
Wait, are we talking about Alyssa Edward? Alyssa
Hunter. It was
Alyssa
hard
Hunter.
to watch. It was hard to watch. Like, I understand the language barrier, obviously. I don't understand it that well because my English is proper, but I kind of understand it. I kind of understand it. No, it's seriously, I kind of understand it. And it's like, it's hard to be funny in a different language. Like when I moved into the UK, I will swear to people I was fucking funny, but I didn't know how to be it in English. And it's a struggle. And I think the characterization was insanely good. She put a lot of effort in it, I think, because she knew she was not particularly good at improv, but it was a bit hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Okay, Bombay, you go first.
Yeah, she had the material. She had the puppy. She had this.
Yeah.
She was like, maybe you can be the stepdad. You can do this. But she was also paired with Ginger Minj, who's gonna steamroll you in an improv challenge. So
I don't think Ginger steamrolled over her. I think Ginger was respectful of the mess that was happening next to her.
I thought she was okay. I didn't think she was the worst in this challenge, but
you don't. I think she was
thought,
the worst.
I think Cynthia was the worst in the challenge, and I love Cynthia.
That's impossible. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you something, young man. I'm gonna tell you something. Cynthia is a funny person. She didn't do great, but she's just fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Alyssa is not. And that's about it.
Go on,
missed opportunity when Zane Phillips was like, "Oh, I'm not ready to be a dad," and then she literally was like, she said nothing, like she did nothing with it, like, "Oh, you will be," but then she could have just taken one of the babies and threw it. Like she could have just taken the babies and be like,
"She was
like, now I don't have kids
anymore. He looked like you made your daddy." Didn't she say that?
Something like that, and it's like, girl, you didn't add anything. You just nothing. She could have just thrown the babies.
You could see the thoughts not appearing on her head, like dun dun dun. There's like nothing there.
It's just buffering. The joke is buffering.
Yeah.
No, but to be honest, improv is hard. Improv is fucking hard if you are not used to improv. Let's just be 100% honest. It's not easy. I prefer scripted stuff, and I love to improv over the script.
Yeah.
But improv is difficult because you also have the pressure to be funny. And the pressure to be funny is the worst thing you can have when you want to be funny. Because you just have to like be in the moments.
Mm-hmm. People need to have attitude like Jessica Wilde. Like she just did the whole Taco Tuesday monologue. I don't think she was trying to be funny at all.
I was talking with my boyfriend today about that because we were having tacos and it's like, it's so legendary. She would never. She would never go home.
And she was being 100% sincere. And I think if Alyssa had gone that route,
the fun part about that video is that it's like you're watching an actual true crime documentary, and she's playing it with the most seriousness and
most sincere.
And for her friend who likes hard shell tacos, it's just magical.
She should have done something like that. But moving on to Cynthia Lee Fontaine, what do we think? I know Bombay didn't like her, but
I don't agree that she was the worst. I think it was reductive a bit. It was simple. The ideas behind it were simple, but the characterization was funny, and Cynthia is funny. And when she says something, when even if it's silly or if it's not a good pun, you just laugh because where else are you gonna do?
I feel like she got really high very soon. Like she hit that.
That happens to me.
Cynthia started the challenge at 100. Like, there wasn't a build up. She just came in and screamed, and then you have to maintain that somehow.
When you go to 100%, there's nowhere you can go.
Yeah.
So you can either stay at 100% and ruin the fun for everyone. And
I liked it. Every time she just looked up the sky and were like, "Ay, Dios mío, it's my dream come true."
It's like a sitcom character with just liners. You don't need anything. Ay, Dios mío, santísima vida. She's funny. Objectively, she's funny.
I laughed. I'm sorry. Every time somebody's loud, I like it immediately. So I liked Cynthia in this. With that being said, who's your favorite? Ginger? Everybody?
Yeah.
Mine. Why do you think I'm in love with Ginger Minj, don't you?
Yeah, because you were defending her like you were getting paid. So
she followed me back. She was like, put her life on the line. Let me give her a follow.
Hey.
And I was like, crumbs. Nom, 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 nom. No, my favorite in the challenge, let me think. I don't want to be like predictable, but Ginger was the best.
Yeah. What do you think, Bombay? Who was the best to you?
Ginger was the best for me. Yeah. Easy.
I agree.
There was
Did she follow you too?
She already did.
Oh wow!
And you didn't have to attack Eureka.
You never followed me back, Eureka. Randomly, just
randomly.
I was like, okay.
Tomorrow I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be like, I don't know. What's the one? Who's the one who faked the Uber accident?
Robbie Turner.
Oh,
I'm gonna be like, Robbie Turner, you fucking cunt, lying. Go take a Uber drive.
Next, okay. So now we're going to the runway today. I just wanted to mention the guest here because I thought Mayan Lopez's dress was so beautiful.
Yes.
Yes,
he was.
Really
I don't know who
she
is, but
I have no idea exactly. I don't know who she is, but she looks amazing.
She is George Lopez's daughter, who's like a comedian. George Lopez is like a comedian.
Yeah,
and I've met her. I've met her once at a Wow Presents Plus like Drag Race UK premiere or something, and she's so nice. She's like really, really nice.
She was a good judge. I liked her. I liked her judging style. It was entertaining.
And she sat with Lawrence Chaney the whole night.
I love how Ru, because Ru and I go way back. I love how Ru is doing homage to my first dress on the Sewing Challenge on Drag Race España 1.
Right.
I was like,
she really
Zaldi saw that.
For you.
I called her on the phone the other day and I was like, you don't have to go public with what you did, but it was incredible. and I wanted her to know that I appreciated it.
And RuPaul said, who is this?
RuPaul said, block.
So now we move on to the runways. The runway category was paper mache something.
I like this category.
Yeah, I thought the category was great. The only thing before we begin, I want to say, Drag Race, please post the fucking runways. I had to screenshot these, and the editing is so like quick that most of these photos are terrible. So it's just it took
RuPaul
like
Drag Race intern. Well,
they don't release official pictures of the queens anymore, do
they? They don't. And so please, Paramount Plus, you don't upload the episode on time. You don't post the runways. Paramount Plus is fucked up.
It's so important to have the picture for the fans too, because then you can really zoom in and see how the dresses
Exactly. And
done. It's important.
terrible. Please let me into the Paramount Plus press room, please, because they have it. It's all locked, though. It's
Girl,
only
they won't
available
let
to
you
like
in.
the people who
They're
do
not
the
gonna let
blogs.
you in anywhere.
Please, like, just let me in. It's just
You there? You on the WoW office, and then William
Just
walks by, and
let
you're like,
me
"Fuck you," and William's like, "Fuck you."
bye, bitch.
I'm
Okay, so
just
we're gonna
tired of
eat,
this.
regurgitate, or devour. So
Yeah.
if you like something, you say I
Eight.
eat 8. Yeah. If you like something, it's 8. If you hate something, it's regurgitate.
Regurgitate. Okay.
Yes. And if you think
Like you
something is
puked
the
it.
best, like if it's a shoot, you say this devoured.
Okay.
First
Starting
up,
with Alyssa Hunter. Macarena, you go first, then Bombay, and then me. Okay, Alyssa Hunter. What do you think?
On first sight, it's great. Then
Yeah.
you start looking at it, and it's like, oh, this is shit.
yeah.
Like, oh, this is shit. Like hot scheisse. To me, it's throw
Regurgitate.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
To
I
me,
have
it's
to.
no.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Macarena. The Macarena. This when she turned around, I'm like, okay, this is good. But then she started explaining it, and the more I looked at it, I'm like, what is the shape?
The more
And I
you
know
look
she
to
was.
it, the more it looks like a theater prop
Yeah.
for an elementary school
There's
for I
no
don't know for
silhouette.
kids with no hands or something. It's just bad.
And I know she was talking about how this is referencing the masks that are made for the festival. Make an outfit out of those masks. Like, what is like? And she's like, oh, this is very heavy. I'm like, but we don't see that at all. It felt
Yeah.
very.
Also, I have to
I-
say, this looks very hard to create, very hard to transport as well.
yeah.
Then that I think should be taken in accountability when it comes to looking at these looks, because this is fucking paper that they have to bring on suitcases and make sure it didn't get destroyed. That's
Yeah.
hard.
You could see
Difficult.
everyone's outfits had been destroyed in some way or the other. I was
Yeah, it's
noticing
just
that.
paper. It's what can you do with fucking paper?
So Bombay, what do you think?
For me,
Regurgitate?
it's a regurgitate as well.
Regurgitate. Okay, regurgitate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, for me too. I don't get it. I don't get what it is supposed to be. Like, why is the top so heavy? And then it's just there's I don't know. I don't like this. And Alyssa has had
Not
some
great.
good runways in this season. So
And she's a solar and a creative person, right? She creates
Yeah.
looks. Like that's the energy she gives me. Like she could have done.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she knew it wasn't good.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like this. Moving on to Ginger Minj. What do you think, Macarena?
Up close again, it was paper, but when you look at it as a whole thing, it doesn't really look paper. Even in the close-ups, it didn't look so papery, so stiff. It was the material was very well worked with, and I think it was very Ginger, like the hocus pocus wig,
Yeah.
the Shakespearean thingies.
Yeah.
I think it was brilliant. It's
So,
but it's 8.
Okay. I'll say I nibble. This
Yeah.
is good. Because like and there's a story about it, like all the text is about like parts of Shakespeare where he talks about cross-dressing and men
Yeah.
playing women, women playing men, and transitioning, da 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 da. So there's definitely a message, but like we didn't really need that message. I don't know. Like I don't know if Ginger is really doing that for me. For me, it's a nibble. It's a great outfit, but
What's a nibble?
like nibble is like I'm
Just
just
like
taking a small bite.
bite.
Just a
Oh, I thought you were saying like nipple, and I was like, I'm confused.
Yeah, what did you think?
It's a nibble for me. I don't like reading on a look. Like I don't like when
Oh,
there's
but
letters.
I don't. I mean, you're both, but you couldn't see the letters. If
Yeah,
I
you
had a
didn't need
complaint,
that.
is the Shakespeare on the middle. That's what I don't.
Yeah. At first, like when she walked in, I was like, okay, there's Shakespeare on her chest. What is going on? It didn't make sense until she explained it. And I think that is a problem when you have to explain your look.
Yes.
But I guess how would you show this without
Also,
explaining this? So it's
when
kind of
Ginger
difficult.
Minch said that she typed out every single word, do you believe her?
I don't
How?
believe her at all.
I don't believe her
She did
at
not do that.
all.
I don't believe her when she says she's gonna win. She's a liar.
She copy pasted.
But you know, at least she's not covered in slurs and doing "This is me." So at least she's not doing that.
Yeah. And
But
for her,
yeah.
it's just like fat.
Fat, toad,
Fat
fat,
pig,
ugly,
you know.
cunt. What's obese? That's another word for fat.
Oh, she's bitch from obesity.
It's from obesity.
Okay, who's next, Niru?
Hi.
Next one we have Denali. What do we think?
I loved her. I think the only thing I'm gonna say about this look, apart from perfection, is that I think the face on the fox should have been worked in a way that wasn't distracting. Because to me, because I look at these things, I think the fox looks a little bit like
Mm.
something could have been done for it to look better. But then again, I went home with a giant duck on my shoulder. So what do we know?
Yeah, yeah.
But I love it. It's 8.
8.
I fucking love it. She looked beautiful. You couldn't tell it was paper, which I think it's very smart. She used the paper in a very smart way in these little pieces. The wings, the structure. It was a 10 for me. I think it was such a good day for Denali. Not the best, maybe because of the improv, but I think she's successfully doing the competition, and I'm so sad. What we'll talk about it
Well,
later.
not as successfully, or she would have made it. But
Yes,
Oh,
not
wow.
successfully, but I think successfully for the fans. Sometimes, I think
Yeah,
not sometimes, most of the times, the placement, unless you go very soon, it's not as important. Sometimes
Yeah.
people build careers on being robbed, even when they're
Yeah.
bad people.
Yep.
Well, spill. Oh, wait.
Ooh,
Yeah, let's go. Continue.
that's it. Moving on. I think this is an 8. Like, she 8. I think it's so beautiful. It's so graceful. It's so nicely done. Also, when she turned around, you could actually see the tail of the fox bird. It
Yes,
was
yes, yes. It
actually
was.
so that to me was also really cool when she turns around. You're like, oh, it's so beautiful. Um, this is
And
one of
again,
the things that
how do you bring this to the show and have it look so perfect without it being broken?
right. I don't know.
How? Explain it to me. I don't know.
Um, I like it. 8. You know, I like the fox. I don't know if I like the dress. But I do like the fox, and
Is
I
it a
think
dress
she
or
looked.
is it? Yeah, it is like a short dress, right? It's not a.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a bodysuit.
So I don't know if I like that, but I do like the main centerpiece. Which is the
What had
fox
me
though.
wondering is the undergarment of the dress can
It's
be
cloth.
fabric because that was not
Yeah.
paper. That's
I
impossible. That
think
was
Yeah.
like
the rule
full.
was you can have a corset or an undergarment, but it has to be covered
Like
with
yes, because
paper.
hers very much looked like a elastic
Yeah,
flesh
some
tone
kind of
dress
lining.
with
Yeah.
the paper on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if I love the dress, but I do love the look, and I think the fox and everything was so great. So the paper part was great. So 8.
Yeah, this would have been so much better with regular materials, obviously.
Yeah. So now we move on to Daya Betty. What do we think?
I love it. At first time when I saw it, my first thought was she was so smart about the paper as well, because it doesn't look like paper.
Hmm.
But I have a bit of a problem with the structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lack of structure, and that fucks the rest of the look. It's not a regurgitate at all because it's a good look and
Yeah.
it's well thought of. But it could have been a devour, and it wasn't.
Mm.
Because the I bet it must have been hard to create a cinched a structure with paper. I get that, but yeah, I loved it. But I wish
Yeah.
that had been a waste.
Yeah, for me, this is a nibble as well because as soon as she came out, you get the reference. It's Alexander McQueen.
Yeah.
It's the armadillo shoes. But again, the armadillo shoes, if you're going to reference it, go all the way. It doesn't look like the armadillo shoes. It looks like the armadillo got squashed in some places.
Another
Uh,
girl on a different bracket also did the armadillo shoes, but she did like a small homemade version, and it's like I don't want to see that. If you
yeah.
don't have the money to go to the archive and get armadillo shoes, get the fuck out of here.
Like, and at least recreate it to the exact thing if you're going to reference it, because otherwise it just looks like a knockoff. Same feedback, same critique as the Macarena. Like, great idea, the execution could have been a little better.
Yeah.
The silhouette's a little off for me, but like she tied it in with the horns, the headpiece, and the collar. That was really smart to do. I loved her makeup. She looks so good in this. So for me, it's a nibble.
Yeah.
Guys, I need a minute. Oh, here it is. My computer was the battery is going away.
Oh,
No worries.
Sorry.
No worries.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, I do agree with you guys. I think it's also a nibble. I think neck up, she looks great.
Oh
I like
yeah, the wig, it's
the
beautiful. The makeup, everything.
yeah, but the dress, it makes her look so boxy. Like the hip is just so, and the shoe. I do like the idea that she thought about the shoes and actually put effort to make into the shoes. But yeah, it didn't work for me. So
I
yeah, nibble.
think if she couldn't get that structure, she should have been smarter because I bet she knew the problem was there. She should have been smarter and create a different shape that
Yeah,
could be created with paper, like something more like over the body or like squared or triangle, something that you know it's going to work and it's not going to look half-ass, which is the
yeah.
problem.
Mm.
Also, I think does she have boobs on this?
No, I don't think.
No,
A
because
No,
she
little
no,
would
bit
turn
of
around and you could see the nipple.
yeah, it's
no,
a
there's
little bit
no.
of that would have maybe helped. I don't know, but it just I don't know. Moving on to we have Acid Betty. I put the Michelle reaction too because what do we think?
I love acid, and I'm going to say it many times today, and I'm loving her attitude. But this was a regurgitate moment. It was not good.
Wow,
I don't
wow.
think there was work. The wig was great. It was. I'm not gonna use the word costumey because I hate that. I think drag is costumes,
His costume. Mm-hmm.
but it's a bad costume.
Yeah.
Un
Fair.
minute.
Yeah.
Cierra y seguimos, ¿vale? Que no quiero que haga ruido.
Okay. You were saying the costuming.
Oh yeah, I was saying that it's a costume. It's a bad costume, and that was British for some reason. It's a bad costume, and I love Betty to death, and I think she could have done much better. I like the message of the patriarchy being like a
Oh
perfect
yeah.
wishy-washy thingy that everybody loves, and then she turns around and it's fucking insane. That's smart, but could have done much better. It was clean, at
Yeah.
least. I will say this. It was clean, and that is important. Like the finishing was clean. It was not messy. You couldn't see glue. That I think it's important to note as well, but it was not a good look for me.
Yeah. For me, this is oh god, I'm not even eating this. I'm not ordering this
Yeah.
at the restaurant. We're sending it back to the kitchen. I feel like Asabari could have done it's just a different idea. I think like the whole Eat the Rich and Marie Antoinette. Yeah, but like, oh, there are better ways.
The message deserved better.
Yeah, true. Yes, that. Thank you. That's exactly like if you're gonna go with something like Eat the Rich, you have to go all the way.
Big.
Like, what is this? So yeah,
Yeah.
for me, this is I don't know
It's
how
a
I feel
missed
about this.
opportunity, 100%, and especially for someone. I'm sorry, I speak so much. Especially for someone with so much experience and as crafty as Acid
Yeah.
is, she does her shit. Like again
Yeah.
with Ginger, as we said with Ginger and the acting and the improv challenge, I expect from you excellence because this is what you do, and you
Yeah.
gave me this. you know, I feel bad for her though. She's great.
I think she nibbled.
Okay.
I don't really I don't agree with Michelle's just saying like outright, oh, don't do Marie Antoinette or like Rococo
Uh
or
huh.
whatever this is. But I like every time I like the silhouette for some reason. Like I
Okay.
like it, but I'm also kind of tired of seeing the same like Marie Antoinette thing.
Marie
But
Antoinette, it's like the money dress. It's one of
yes,
those
it's
things that it's been done so much, and you've
yeah,
seen it so many times done so well. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
register with you. It's like
yeah.
I've seen this way better. Hate it. My
True.
cat says no.
I don't mind this. But the makeup on her neck, I get it, that serves a point, but makes it look like she hasn't showered.
And she
And
had it
it's
ready as well. Like I think before they started doing the makeup and everything, like she had her neck ready and her hair, if I'm not going
yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like there was thought in this.
Yeah.
Surprises
So
me.
yeah, it's a nibble for me too. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys regurgitated it, but I nibble it. Next we have Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Ay, 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 Dios
I have to
mío.
tell you something. The first second I watched this, I was like, "Oh, smart."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, okay. I see what you're doing." Again, super missed opportunity because with the lamps, because I think those are lamps or like decorations.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are
the
they?
lanterns.
You could have done like a trail and then a
Yeah.
little corset and look absolutely stunning. It would have devoured, but it didn't.
I think her dress broke. In her Instagram, it's a different look, and she said that.
Or maybe she
Yeah.
changed it. Sometimes
Oh
we
no,
do that.
in a reply she said
It
that
tore.
banner
It
broke.
broke. Oh, if it broke, I see the idea, but unfortunately, I'm gonna say nibble, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm going to say nibble because I love the wig and the
Yeah.
styling of the wig and the idea. I don't think it's regurgitate. Also, I absolutely love Cynthia.
Yeah.
I think from the sponsors is the only person that I can call kind of a friend because we talk, and I
yes,
will feel bad. But yeah, I think neck up, she looks stunning.
Yeah.
I think she nibbled as well. It's a small nibble. It's a tiny bite. It's a like that's what it is.
Because also she sells whatever she's wearing on the runway, right?
Sure, yeah. She like presented
Sure,
it
why
very
not?
well. And when she turned around, I'm like, oh my god, cuckoo.
She didn't seem ashamed of herself. Which
No,
is a
she
win.
wasn't phased by it. She's like, this is it. This is what you're gonna get. Eat it up.
Yeah.
It is.
So yeah, that's what.
How you guys are really like terrible human beings because she is a cancer patient telling her story, and you guys want to nibble her and give her regurgitates.
Girl, it's
I
not
think
that.
she
I'm
should
not,
Look,
I've
You're
had
like
beef-
devoured. I'm
Girl,
gonna
I've had
devour
beef
this.
with cancer patients. I don't
This
give a shit
isn't
about.
this isn't
about
RuPaul's
cancer.
most close to death race. This is just RuPaul's drag race.
If it was, she would have won it. Okay, twice. And I'm telling you,
I really am not nibbling her because she's a cancer patient. I don't give a shit.
was
But really,
was this
it's more.
ugly?
I don't think.
Was
I
this-
think people put a lot of attention into the cancer thing. I think we will all feel as
Yeah.
warm and as good about Cynthia had
Even
not
if
been
she
cancer,
wasn't,
because
you're
she's
reducing her.
She's
No.
light in the world.
Her look is literally about cancer, so that's why I brought it
How?
up.
What does this look have? Okay, tell me.
Oh,
what this look
really?
has to
It
say
was
about
about
cancer.
cancer
Yeah.
awareness.
She
Yeah, you're
literally
right.
How is
You're
this
right.
said
about-
I'm sorry.
it's the ribbon. The cancer ribbon is like that's literally what she
Do
said.
you
She said
remember?
that
Oh my God, you guys watch España, right? When Marisa Prisa
Yeah.
did the ribbon for
Yeah.
Cáncer de Mama, and then she got sent home with her ribbon.
Yeah.
That was even worse. That look was worse.
It said bye ribbon. Bye,
What I'm
ribbon.
saying is, was this look simple? Yes. Was this look ugly? Yes. Was this falling apart? Yes. But was it Cynthia, and am I biased? Yes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah,
You know what?
100%.
Fuck it. I'm
Anything
gonna
Cynthia-
devour this. Argue in the comments, but I'm
Girl.
devouring this. I don't give a fuck.
Girl, you devour. When have you not devoured, Mama? You are
Girl,
always
I'm gonna
devouring.
tell you what people were saying to me the other day on the internet. All you want is attention and people to talk about you because that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why her undergarment was showing. Like it just. Come on.
When
Cynthia.
to me, she turned around and I was like, "Oh, babe, no."
Bless her heart, but she's happy. I like that. You know.
I mean, let's move on. I don't want to look at that anymore.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't give
we
any
are-
devour. I was saving it, and then it didn't happen. No one devoured from me.
Macarena, you gotta eat, Mama. You gotta eat.
Yeah.
You know what they got? You know when someone will devour an ulcers? Not when I get there. I'm kidding. I was gonna say that, but then I broke it. Yeah, man. If I win, it will be fun.
You're telling me your snatch game was not a devour?
No, if I ever went to an international, ulcers,
Season?
I would do either Princess Diana with a thick Spanish accent, or Gilda Radner with a thick Spanish accent.
Oh, Gilda. Do Gilda
I love
Radner.
We need to
She's
talk about this. I love
an
Gilda Radner. I
icon.
love SNL. I love all that.
So if you love SNL, why didn't you show any of that in your run on Drag Race in 2 seasons?
Because we were in Spain.
Yeah, Diva. You
Could have been like-
As in talent.
Yeah.
Girl, the only good challenge I've ever had, I really thought I was gonna win that day, was the horror sequels. I did very well.
Oh,
that
when you
way.
were high, you should have won that.
I was very good that week, and
Yeah.
I was wearing my redemption look from the
Yeah.
first season, and I was like, if you don't give it to me today. I was like, just let me win today and take me home, because my mental health was horrible. But I was like, I really, really thought I was gonna win that day.
But they had to give it to like Pitita or something. I forgot who they gave it to.
Yeah, they gave it to Pitita because I love Pitita, but she had to
Every
win.
win.
All right,
Any
what's
hole is
next,
a goal.
Nehru?
Oh, did you know that you and Cynthia Lee Fontaine have the same track record?
Yes, we both came back twice, and we
And
both
both-
ended up 10th twice.
Yeah, twice. That's actually pretty cool. So, you know.
Yeah, it's insane. It's
Sisters.
very, and also because I read my Wikipedia sometimes when I'm sad, me and Silky and Mimi Einfers, God rest her soul, are the only ones who brought food on the to the
Workroom,
work-
for your
to the
entrance.
workroom the first day.
Oh. Wow.
It's
Wait,
not a good sign.
Speaking of Silky and Akira are fighting.
Yeah.
Who will want to fight with Akira? Akira is the nicest.
Apparently, Akira is fighting with Silky. So I don't know.
Apparently, Silky didn't give her TV back or something. Let's like she's some.
To be honest, I don't like Silky's personality.
Oh,
I don't like her.
Damn.
I don't love her personally. I think I watch a lot of podcasts and stuff, and I don't love her energy.
Okay.
Damn.
Speak on
it. Taking a TV, that's new. That's new on Drag Race.
Yeah, that's new dramas. Like I think she had borrowed a TV and she wasn't giving it back, but she said she gave it back. We'll stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Aren't these American queens making money? I thought they were making money.
Mama, the recession is here. No one's making money.
This podcast is a recession indicator.
Yes.
It literally really is.
A recession of talent.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I have you guys on here.
A recession of guest options.
A recession of beauty.
Oh no, not tonight.
Oh, a recession of Snatch Game.
Oh yeah, honey.
Yeah.
I've never been there. Oh no, I was there once. I forgot.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
both having legendarily bad.
Girl, I was having so many benzos when I was on Drag Race the third time. I can't remember. I was up to here on Lorazepam 24/7.
Oh wow! So that's your excuse. What's Bombay's excuse for doing so shittily?
I was in Brooklyn Heights.
Now that we're friends, now that we're friends, where the fuck are you coming from? I don't know your season. I don't know who you are. I'm very bad at this.
Oh, I was on season 3 of Canada.
Of Canada. Okay, yeah. I watched that up onto the second half of the second.
After Bombay got eliminated, you stopped watching. That's exactly right.
Wait, I think my boyfriend knows you. Bombay. Yeah, he likes you.
Oh my god, and I love your boyfriend.
I love her. I love her. I love him too. That's why he lives here. Okay. But yeah, you were in Canada. I'm sorry. PTSD. Okay. I don't know if you watch.
Don't be sorry. Canada is. I
mean, I love Canada. The first season of Canada, I absolutely adored. But then the second, I didn't like it as much.
Really? Wow. So you're saying fuck Eve 6000?
But I haven't watched the third. But now that my PTSD is over, I will watch for you.
Let's go.
Do it, and you can stop right after. No, you can. You don't have to watch the finale. Stop it right before.
Did you make it far?
I won.
Yeah.
No, I mean I was 7th or 6th or 7th. One of those two.
You went. Yeah, you were top 6, top 7. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry that I'm really bad at this. If I ever went to DragCon, I will be like absolutely at a loss. But
everyone's at a loss.
I'm not gonna go to DragCon because
DragCon is over. It's not gonna happen ever again.
Yeah, I never had the chance to make it for free or for money, and every time I had to like pay something, I was like, I'm not gonna pay.
Yeah.
So I never went.
Okay, Neil, what's our next picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
the lip sync.
We find out that Daya Betty and Ginger Minj are the winners of this week. Do we agree? Do we disagree? Why do we agree? Why do we disagree?
I agree. It's a hard agree.
Yeah, I don't think there was. I think Ginger definitely, but there was no one else better than Daya. Like there was no one else who was exceptional. Like this could have just been Ginger Minj lip syncing solo, and we would have been like fine.
Yeah.
I think challenge wise, yes, Daya deserved to be there. It wasn't a challenge with a lot of level. To be honest, the level wasn't very high. So the top two weren't gonna be like exceptional performances because there weren't any really. I'm sorry, I'm too blunt sometimes. So Daya, I think is correct, and even though we talked about her look being boxy and blah blah blah, I think it was a very good, fully realized look. The finishing was good, and I think she deserves it. Also, he's cute.
Yeah, I guess if there's no other choice.
Yeah.
Besides Ginger's, it has to be Daya. So yeah.
What are you gonna do? Give it to Ginger?
Yeah, I mean, Ginger was probably the clear winner. Like, if this was a single winner season, like only one person wins a week, it would have Ginger hands down.
No.
So they lip sync to Mama Used to Say by Junior. And what do we think of this lip sync?
I didn't know this song, but I really
Me
enjoyed
neither.
it.
But I enjoyed Daya, and Daya was so like, she had like all the theatrics. I think Ginger was just doing like, I'm a campy comedy queen.
Yeah.
And Daya kind of connected with the lyrics and the song and the beats, and that's, I think, what made her win. So I agree with the winner.
I think Ginger is really good at what she does, but what she does cannot be done with every song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are songs that she must excel with because she's a lip singer. Like, to me, she's a lip sync assassin, but like an old school.
This is the first time Ginger Minj just lost a lip sync on Drag Race.
That's true.
Never. Yes, I read that. She really is a lip sync assassin at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I always go back to like her.
I think it was fair. Daya's energy was absolutely contagious. You could tell how hungry and how confident she was on the lip sync and on her presence. And you could tell she knew it was her moment. And that's always a pleasure to watch.
She was giving like that 80s flair during the lip sync. And I think that's
do you know those 80s posters that they did, illustrations that they did for hair salons that were all black and white? Like high contrast and like very square hair. It's very that.
Yeah, that's true. I think Daya won this. Moving on, now the MVQ point is distributed, and we see Cuckoo gave it to Alyssa, Denali gave it to Acid, Alyssa gave it to Denali, and then Acid Betty gave it to Cuckoo. What do you think of this moment? I thought like very emotional moment.
I was a bit mad at Cynthia for throwing her point to the trash. Basically, I think what she did was very nice for her friend, but also she was kind of wasting it because it was gonna go nowhere. I might be stupid, but that made me kind of mad. It was like, yeah, it was good, like cute, but also if I was one of the other girls, I would be mad.
If she wanted to throw it, she could have just given it to Acid because there's no way Acid would have made it.
Yeah.
No.
And I feel like she was.
But Alyssa only had 1 point, right? Or she had 2.
No, she had 2 already.
Yeah, and I felt like she also just wanted to like look at what happened in the workroom. Like Alyssa was just getting like beaten down by Daya.
Yeah.
So like, here's a point, just so you've like you've had a rough week. Here's a point, kind of big sister energy.
Yeah.
Also, I think Denali was very kind, very mature.
I think Denali threw her point.
You think?
Yeah,
I think what she did was returning a favor.
No, the thing is, like, at this point, it doesn't matter because she already knows Acid only has 1 point. There's no way, like, she's gonna make it. So she's just yeah, sure. It can be 2 things can be true. Like, she could also be like returning the favor and being nice, but also like in her mind, if you just give it to Acid, it's not gonna affect her. So
there's a lot of a strategy around the points. I think they've given it this season, especially. All they do is talk about alliances. Because right now they are very, very important. They're not just don't pick my lipstick and send me home. Now it's a full like Big Brother strategy thing, and I think this bracket didn't play to that energy. They played more emotionally, and that's fair too. But as a person who's watching from home, it was kind of boring.
I loved it. I thought this moment where Acid was like giving it to Cuckoo. I really liked that moment.
That was absolutely.
It was a nice change of pace for me. Like bracket 2 was fun, and I liked all the shenanigans, but this one was just like sweet. And
but the chaos and the bad juju cannot continue for long because it fatigues you.
Because after a while, it will get like if the second bracket was like more than 3 episodes, people would have been tired. Like people
That's
would
like
be so
old
tired
school
and
drag,
hating.
old school drag race. I don't know if you guys watch the single digits. Old
Yeah.
school drag race was very bad. Old school drag
Yeah,
race
but
was not
They didn't
warm
fuck
and
around.
kisses and
like
ice cream. It was
like
I'm gonna
season
fuck you up,
5
you know.
of Drag Race is one of the greatest seasons of Drag Race, right? But in that season, there are moments where it's like after a while, when they keep going after Jinx, it gets tiring.
You get
It's great
tired,
to
you
Yeah.
get
see, but
fatigued,
it's
and
yeah. So
it's
it's kind
frustrating.
of like that. I feel like you can't go for like longer period of time just as shady.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can turn to mean spirited. So I liked this attitude in this bracket.
Yes.
So I thought it
Who
was
did
really great.
Alyssa gave it to Denali.
Yeah.
I think I would have been so sad if I was Denali.
Yeah,
Because
she
she was
seemed
so
so
close.
close.
I
Like you
mean,
could
that's
see
the
her
was
be
thing.
dejected.
So close. And she
It's
did
true.
so well. But this
Yeah.
is a game, and I'm so happy that, and now we're gonna talk about it, that Cuckoo had this moment like Cynthia and Acid with her. I would like to say, because we said this before we were recording, the change of attitude in Acid Betty. I think she even
Mm,
looks better. There's been
Yeah.
years, and the first time I saw her, I was like, does she look younger? And she doesn't really look younger. It's just the energy on her
the
face.
vibe.
She's alive and she's full of light and of this like kind energy that you can really not fake.
Yeah. Niru, you
Yeah.
should
And
really do something like that for
and
yourself.
that
Maybe you
is
will also
so
look younger.
refreshing to watch a queen doing a competition in such a, I don't know. It wasn't competitive really. It was
Yeah.
more like I'm gonna enjoy
Just
myself and do the best. But
yeah.
it wasn't
She was
competitive.
she was really good. Also, the look that she's wearing right now, it's the
Oh,
same
she's
look that she wore during the. You remember the DragCon photos where they did the mugshots?
holy
It's the
shit!
same
How do
look.
you remember
It's
that?
the same look. I
The
immediately
the
clocked it.
pictures that are like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know so well because I made 2 T-shirts for DragCon with the photos of that, like a collage of
oh.
that. So
That
and I
was
wear that all the time here. So
that was a couple
this
of days on Twitter to remember.
so I was like,
It
okay,
really
this is the
was.
exact look that she wore in that.
Who did that? It wasn't the New Yorker or something.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
very
I think
famous New York photographer.
It was transphobic, girl. It was
it
bad.
was really bad. 100 powerful drag queens.
It
But yeah,
felt very drag race. It felt very Drag Race España season 1 because they
yeah,
didn't know how to fuck to light us, girl. They didn't.
So
Oh
like
my
they
god,
still
season
don't
one
know.
to five of Canada then. But
Canada, yeah, they still don't know
girl,
in Canada.
when we did our like promo shots, they were lighting us from the side.
Oh my goodness.
In my picture, I'm like this. I'm just looking for the light desperately.
So we find out that it was Cynthia Lee Fontaine, Daya Betty, and Ginger Minj who made it. What do you think of this?
I'm sad Acid or Denali aren't here. What can I
Yes.
do?
Well, there's opportunities for other queens to return
That's
to the
true.
competition. They said, who do you guys hope they're going to take back? I'm gonna ask you that question.
Acid Betty or Nicole Page Brooks?
Okay.
No, but I don't think no, I don't think Nicole is gonna come back.
I don't think Nicole it's really competing.
I'm saying who Macarena asked who should. I'm saying
Who
who
should
should.
come back?
Show.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see return?
Yeah, Nicole Page Brooks or Acid Betty. That's hands down those two.
What
I would
about
like to see.
Denali
I
or
would like
Tina
to see
Burner?
Nicole just because Nicole is entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, that's like the only
That girl
reason.
is entertaining. But from the second bracket, who didn't make it? I think there's someone who didn't make it to the second bracket who I
Carrie
would have loved.
Colby
Tina Burner.
Carrie, I would have loved to see
and
Carrie.
Tina Burner. I would like to see Tina Burner too, actually.
I think
Yeah.
Tina had the energy to devour, but it wasn't her season.
Yeah.
I don't think it's her season format because she doesn't seem to be very liked.
Mm.
I'm just talking out of my fucking ass because I don't
Out of
know.
your
But
pussy.
I don't think she's very like super friendly with the other girls.
Aw.
So maybe a different format would have been better for her.
Traitors.
Talk about friendly though. Like I'm so happy Cynthia made it. Like
Oh, yeah.
Mama, she barely made it. Like that.
But still, she made it. That's the thing.
What
like,
if she
people keep
wins?
saying-
No, let me ask you a question. What if she fucking wins?
As she should. She would 100% deserve it. It's not like she's doing terrible in this season.
No,
Every
she
3
hasn't.
episodes.
Her singing,
really
her
good.
girl group was
Yeah, she should have
excellent.
won. She should have won that episode.
It was
Like she should have been top 2.
excellent.
The thing is, like,
Honestly.
people keep saying, "Oh, Denali should have made it," and yes, I agree that Denali did great. But the thing is, the MVQ points is also part of the game. If Denali wanted to
Right.
make it, maybe she should have been nicer, or maybe she should have played the game, social game, better. Like, it's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, Cuckoo just got through because she didn't even play the game. Honestly, she just is nice.
She was just
And
nice,
that's
yeah.
part of the game too.
And
won
she
the
enjoys
social
herself.
stuff.
She enjoys doing what she does, and that's
Yeah.
so important sometimes in a competition.
Yeah, and it's like people have been so nasty, and it's like I like Denali, but the way people talk about this is like, how do you even hate on Cuckoo? That's like, come on.
Yeah.
Hating on Cynthia Lee Fontaine is the sign of moral decay.
Well, but
That's why.
hold on. But the Drag Race fandom is not known to be like the most
That's true.
stable. Like
That's true.
you're looking for like nuance and critical thinking from the Drag Race fandom, which we get it sometimes, but like sometimes most times we don't.
Girl, we need to be serious. The Drag Race fandom we're talking about is 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
So
to.
my point is, at the end of the day,
It is
Cynthia
nice.
Lee Fontaine made it. She made further than Denali. Just saying.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, that's what it happened.
At the end of the day.
Um,
And I think I'm happy with the merge that we're gonna have.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm
I'm excited. I'm excited.
So who do you think out of this merge is gonna? I mean, Snatch Game is gonna be Ginger Minj, but who do you think is gonna win from this?
Bosco.
Group? Yeah.
Who do I think is going to win the competition?
Yeah.
Girl. I know you guys think I'm Ginger Minj's #1 fan, but I would personally love to see the crown on Aja.
Oh, period.
Yes, I think she's been doing great. I think Aja is, it's not just because she's a trans woman, obviously, but she's representing the trans community. And also, I think she's devoured in her looks, the runways, her attitude is so much better, her personality. And I really think it's her time, but also I think it's obviously very much Ginger's season.
Yeah.
But I would be very happy if Aja took home the crown because I think she deserves it and she's a very good drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
I find it funny because we've been saying it's Ginger's season on season 7. We said Ginger's season on season 2 of All Stars.
I don't think it was
Ginger's season.
I didn't like Ginger on her original season.
Which ones? There have been so many.
7.
Yeah, that's
because I don't know if you guys remember, but that season was the dynamic of the old
versus the
versus
young,
the new school drag, and that made Ginger and
Kennedy.
Pearl
and Kennedy
were the villains,
look so annoying and unrelatable and mean-spirited. And I didn't like Ginger on her season. I liked her so much better on her first All Stars.
Who I think should win is either Bosco or Daya because they're my favorites. But who I like want to win.
You are fatphobic.
Also, I
am.
I have
100%.
to. Divas, I have to leave in like 5 minutes. So
Okay, yeah, this
We'll
dragged, and it's my fault. I'm so sorry.
No. We'll wrap up. But yeah, But who I think will win is probably Ginger. What do you think, Bombay? Who will you want to win?
Bosco.
And who do you think will win?
Macarena, who do you think is gonna win? Aja.
Oh, I already said I want Aja to win, but I think it's Ginger who's going to win.
Yeah.
It's pretty much on the wall already.
I think
it's on the stone wall.
Yeah, Ginger's gonna do some old lady again, and they're gonna gag.
On the break on Stonewall, it says Ginger's gonna win.
So that was the episode. I have to end this, but thank you so much, Macarena, for doing this. Like, I really appreciate it.
Thank
It was
you.
so much fun.
I'm so grateful, and I had so much fun with you guys.
Thank you for joining us. What a lovely time! It was so lovely to meet you.
Oh, so lovely to meet you. And now I will watch your season.
Yes,
and I will know who you are.
And it was also lovely to meet your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right? Come say hi, babes. The people want to see you. Take the cigarette out of your mouth.
Show us your pretty face.
Hola. Hola.
There we go. Hi, Hottie.
Hi.
So yeah, we're gonna go have sex now. Bye.
Have a good night.
No, see you.
Macarena, before you go, it was really nice talking to you. And now I know why you went home twice on Drag Race.
Why?
Why?
You're just
What's your
trying to
joke?
read me, aren't you,
That's
bitch?
exactly why. That's exactly
You
why.
fucking bitch, Nero. Fuck.
But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. 5 years later, I don't care. I really don't care.
Yeah,
Do I
that's
supposed to make
exactly
someone
what
care?
Supreme said. When
Oh
he-
my god. Okay, everybody. Macarena, where can we find you? Where does
I'm
No,
not gonna
I
break my
told you.
NDA for this bullshit. You can find me on my socials. All of my socials are under at I am the Macarena. I'm not posting recently because I don't want to. But I'm going to be on Pride, so come see all of that. And
Yes.
you can stream my music on Spotify and all platforms on the Macarena. The songs are very good. I'm not a good live singer. And
Thank you so much for coming. Like, I
thank you guys.
really love
Thank you.
you. It was so
Thank you
much
so
fun.
much.
Thank you.